Hello, how are we all? So I thought I'd just pop on to have a little bit of a chat about self-care because I am talking about it a lot, and I'm sure many of you thinking, oh, well, why bother? What's the importance? So self-care is so important for our hormones, and it is one of the foundations of my positive period method that I use when working with clients. So we hear about stress all the time, and often it kind of gets banded around, and is a word that we hear so much. But why is it important to be aware of, and why should we be doing things to build our resilience to stress as well? So, big hint, it impacts on our hormones in a big way. So let's start with the elephant in the room. I don't feel stressed. Now I hear this a lot, and whilst this might be the case, and that is really great news, it could be that your stress levels are impacting your body in different ways than expected. So symptoms can include kind of poor sleep, hair loss, weight gain around the middle is a really big one, hormone imbalances, delayed periods, no periods, gut issues. There's a huge impact that stress levels can have on our gut. So as soon as cortisol starts to rise, it starts to shut off those systems that aren't deemed necessary in the heat of the moment. So our stress response stems from a time when we're having to kind of run from those lions and tigers, which, whilst this isn't the case now, which is great, it's more likely to be kind of an imminent deadline, traffic jams, or that kind of email inbox that's ever increasing. And our body still physiologically reacts in exactly the same way. So while our kind of response is exactly the same, our stress buckets are overflowing, even if we might not even realise. So those symptoms that I listed before are really big indicators that kind of stress might be an issue for us. So as our cortisol rises, it shuts down our digestive processes, so our stomach acid and enzyme production, and making it much harder to digest our food, and also obtain the nutrients that we need for every aspect of our health. It also impacts our sex hormones as well, so by blocking their production, but also blocking the kind of docking of our sex hormones to their receptors to allow them to function. It also impacts the conversion of our thyroid hormone from the inactive to the active form that we need, and prevents our thyroid hormone from kind of docking to their receptors as well. All of this has such a huge impact on our hormone balance and impacts massively on our cycles and what our periods look like. So that's really why I'm talking a lot about self-care this month, and why I'm focusing on it for our virtual advent calendar. I believe that if we all want happy hormones and a pain-free, seamless period, which it is possible, I do promise you, and who doesn't want that, right? That we should be taking kind of small steps to support our stress resilience. And 10 minutes of daily self-care is one way of doing that. So if you haven't already, then dive into my self-care advent calendar and take those 10 minutes for yourself. So your hormones will thank you, I do promise you, and so might your loved ones too. So if you've got any questions, then do just drop me a message. I'd love to chat, and I'll be popping on soon. So take care, lovelies. Bye.